Hello, everybody. Introductions. So we have some Godzilla vs. Kong toy leaks. Read the title. And you probably seen the thumbnail. Major spoilers ahead. For the film. Well, and the toys, I suppose. But mainly the film. I'll give my opinion on this stuff. After we've taken a look at it. If you didn't know, these toys are being made by Playmates toys. If you didn't know, they're the company who made the toys for King Kong back in 2005. So that's really cool. I've heard from lots of people who had those toys that they were really good, and they looked like they were pretty good too. So I don't know. But yeah. So let's get into it, shall we? Again, major spoilers ahead. If you don't want any spoilers from the movie or the toys, then, click off. But if you don't care, here we go. Oh, nope. Here, okay. So, it's been revealed by these toys that Mechagodzilla is going to be in Godzilla vs. Kong. And it's like, no, but at the same time, it's so cool, because, we're gonna see Mechagodzilla in a Godzilla movie again. And it's been, probably, well, they Kiryu, so, probably, nearly 20 years, is it? I don't know, something like that. It's been a long time since I've seen Mechagodzilla in a Godzilla movie, because obviously Mechagodzilla was in Ready Player One, which was really cool, but, he wasn't in a Godzilla movie until now, which kind of sucks. Apparently, he's not gonna have, a huge role. He's probably going to be, he's gonna be an aide, I suppose. So he's probably gonna be, Kong's aide. Because, um, obviously, Godzilla is going to be portrayed as the villain, presumably, in the film. He's gonna be played as the more villainous of the two, of course. Um, it's he's not a villain, but he's gonna be portrayed as the bad guy in the situation. Um, Again, presumably we don't really know, but yeah. So let's take a look at the figures. Here they are. This came from. It was a European. No, I think this was a Japanese toy expo or something like that. It's something like that. But these are the figures that Playmates is making, and they all look really good. But as you can see, there are a couple Mechagodzillas here, and they all have the same design, too. So, yeah, that's kind of a telling that he will be in the film, because they all have the same design, and there's 3 figures that all have the same design, and it looks like the same sort of coloration, so I think that Mechagodzilla is definitely going to be in it. This confirms it. Again, it seems like he won't be in the film for that long. He will be in it, but not for incredibly long. He won't be the villain, um, apparently. Now, there are more images, which we'll get into, get some close-ups on Mechagodzilla. Now, you know what, listen. So, we've got Godzilla figure here. It looks like it's the 2019 design, which looks really cool. We got Kong up here. It does look like Kong is a little bit smaller than Godzilla, at least with this one. He's about the same size as Godzilla. Um, Now, these figures look really cool. I'm very interested to see what they're like. The packaging looks great. It's got the GBK banner. It looks like it's, yeah, that's the banner. We've also got some figures in packaging and stuff. Kong looks like he's pretty articulated. We've also got Godzilla, who seems to have some sort of like red mechanical armory on him. I don't think that that's going to be a part of the film. I think that's probably just going to be like a toy gimmick. Um, but yeah. So, I don't know. Let's get into more of it. Okay. Well, here's a little bit of a closer look at these figures. You can also see a skull crawler in here, and that might be Rodan. I'm not too sure what that is. Actually, it might be like a giant snake or something, serpent. I don't know. But there's definitely a skull crawler there. Some of these are probably like smaller figures, and then these are probably like the 6-inch sort of like Bandai vinyl type figures, I'm guessing. Hopefully they won't look as bad as the ones that land. Sorry that Playmates has been putting out recently, because that Shin Godzilla, if you haven't seen it, looks really bad. Um, let's just get into this. So here's a little closer look at Mechagodzilla. As you can see, he doesn't really have hands. He seems to have sort of like creepy claws, it looks like, which will be very interesting to see. Like, the design looks really cool. It's just that, and also, you can see the little closer look at Kong here. The scars are really defined on this figure. He's also holding something. I'm not too sure what that is. But, yeah, this Kong figure looks great. But, see, my main problem with this, with Mechagodzilla being in the movie is not because I don't think that he should be in the movie, or that it wouldn't be cool, because it obviously would be cool. It's Mechagodzilla. But as far as the universe of the Monsterverse goes, this doesn't make any sense. You know, because, like, okay, so Godzilla 2014, that was basically real life with giant monsters. You know, that was pretty much real life. There wasn't really anything, like, unrealistic about it, besides, again, giant monsters. But with Kong Skull Island, it got a little bit more cartoony, and a little bit more unrealistic, mainly with the characters. But everything else was pretty real world, pretty realistic. As far as the world goes, really realistic. Again, it was just like the characters got a little bit more cartoony. And then with King of the Monsters, we did get a little bit more unrealistic with, you know, the Argo jet, which was a huge well, not spacecraft, a huge aircraft, you know? And, you know, a huge underwater base with frozen Muto head in there, you know, and all these super technological things, like, you know, stuff that isn't in real world. That was the farthest we had gotten, and I was fine with all of that stuff, because it was still relatively realistic. You know, it did get a lot more unrealistic, but it was still relatively realistic. But, like, now they're just making the jump straight to Mechagodzilla from the Argo jet, which doesn't really make sense. Like, Mechagodzilla should either be alien, you know, he's built by aliens, or he's only been ever built by aliens, or built by humans from the future. I mean, he has been built by humans in the Millennium era with Kiryu, but, like, as far as the series has gone, it's been relatively realistic, and it doesn't really make sense why Mechagodzilla is showing up out of nowhere. Um, like, they should have built up to it. They shouldn't have straight up just went to Mechagodzilla. They should have built up to it, and then, you know, way further down the line, I feel like it should be. After, like, at least a few more movies forward, we should have gotten Mechagodzilla. Now, I will say, I prefer this over Mecha King Ghidorah. Because I feel like Mecha Ghidorah is even less realistic than Mechagodzilla. Like, I just wish that, like, if Mechagodzilla was going to be in the Monsterverse, I don't want him to be built by humans. I at least want him to be, alien thing. You know, bring in the simians. You know, they don't have to reveal themselves as Planet of the Apes, Planet of the Ape people. They can just be like, you know, they can just kind of allude to them being ape people or whatever, the simians. They don't have to show themselves as simians. They can just look like normal humans. You know, and they should be built by him. Like, go the Showa route. Like what they did with Ghidorah. You know, he's an alien. So, there is aliens, in the Monsterverse. Just bring that to Mechagodzilla. Again, like, they should have built up to it. They shouldn't have introduced him in Godzilla vs. Kong of all things. Like, no. Don't do that. Like, come on, man. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like this all comes down to uh, the way that they use it in the film, the way that it's portrayed. Because, like, this could be really cool. I will admit, you know, this could be awesome. They could make this awesome. But, you know, at the same time, they could flub it and it could be horrible. So, you know, and that probably confirms the aircraft carrier thing, because if you didn't know, there was a leaked, like, little bit of footage, little clip of footage from Godzilla vs. Kong. It was at, like, CCXP, I think it was called. Some expo, where Warner Brothers was, like, showing off all their stuff that's coming up this year. And they showed a little clip of Godzilla and Kong fighting. And it was Kong going to punch Godzilla, but they were, like, on top of an aircraft carrier. And everybody was like, maybe it's just like how the camera is, where it's like, you know, they're behind it and they're on a pier or something. Or, you know, maybe it's just perspective. Or, you know, maybe this is Argo Harrier jet, which that's probably what it's going to be, is an Argo Harrier jet, which I wouldn't mind, you know. Again, like, that makes more sense than Mechagodzilla. But, like, I don't know, the design looks really cool, though. I will say, like, you know, they have the red dorsal fins. You know, that's cool. These figures look really, really cool. I'll definitely have to pick up some of them. Like, I'll definitely have to pick up a Kong figure, definitely. I would love to see NECA make a Kong. They're definitely gonna make a Mechagodzilla, if that's the case. But still. So, that might actually confirm the aircraft carrier debacle, or whatever. But, yeah. That's pretty much it. There's my opinion on Mechagodzilla. Not a big fan of it right now. Can be interesting. It could be interesting. But, I don't know. But there you go. There's all your leaks, for the toys. I hope that this video doesn't get taken down. Probably won't. I bet you anything. Nobody's gonna be watching until this point. Nobody's gonna be listening to me right now because I'm annoying to people. Apparently, I don't know. I like to say a lot because I don't script my videos. I don't really care about it. But, yeah, thanks for watching. Leave a like, subscribe, post notifications, all that other stuff. Thanks for watching until this point. If you are listening, then good for you. You can leave a comment letting me know if you watched until this point. Nobody's gonna leave a comment telling me that. This video reaches, like, you know, 1,000 or so likes, views like my last leak video did, then it's probably gonna I get a bunch of people complaining about me saying "oh" a lot, but bye.